Good morning. I will call to order this regularly scheduled of the Executive Committee for, Wednesday, February 26, 2014. I am Mayor Betsy Hodges, Chair of the committee, joined this morning. My mic's not on. We have 3 items on our agenda today. And first is the 2014 salary adjustment for appointed employees. This is from the Human Resources Department. Patience, are you the Oh, Tim Giles will be presenting. Good morning, Mr. Giles.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the Executive Committee. The 2 items before you this morning are the recommendations for the wage or salary adjustments for the non-represented employees and also the appointed employees. I use them as 2 separate groups, the same as I do the bargaining units. The recommendations both fall within the 2.5% total wage growth calculations for the financial direction calculation for 2014, and that growth includes the cost of the step progression. So we back out the cost of the step progression before we allocate the funds. If we were to look at our non-represented employees, we're talking about 140 employees, have a total 2013 cost of about $10,932,000, and we're recommending a 2.36% increase in their schedules effective on March the 1st of 2014. Longevity increase of 2.36% would be effective on January the 1st of 2014. If we were to look at our appointed employees, and this includes the politically appointed employees, we are talking about 150 employees with a total cost of about $14,714,000. Again, looking at it in terms of the cost of the step progression included in the 2.5% wage growth piece, we're recommending an increase of 2.5% for the appointed employees effective on February the 1st of 2014. The appointed employees don't have any longevity. Essentially, this is the recommendation, and I want to remind people that we still have an issue with our appointed employees, and we're going to need to come back and we're going to need to look at that. And it's based on the council-adopted compensation management plan for appointed employees. So we've been talking about this for about the last 8 years, just in terms of the lack of competitiveness. We've had a couple of presentations to the council, and eventually we're going to have to get back and deal with this issue. Because right now, if we were to look at it, we're someplace between 8 and 10% below market for our appointed employees. But the recommendation is for a 2.36% increase to the schedules for non-represented employees, 2.5% increase for appointed employees, March the 1st and February the 1st respectively. And I ask that you approve this and forward both of these to the Ways and Means Committee.
Questions for Mr. Giles? Can you just run through for me the difference between the $14 million and the $367,000?
The $367,000 is 2.5% of the $14 million.
Got it. Any other questions? Then I will move approval and to forward to the Ways and Means Committee the staff recommendation. All those in approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstentions, that carries. So we will move forward to item number 2, the 2014 salary adjustment for non-represented employees.
Did them both.
Oh, we did both. Okay. Item number 3, the interim designation from me to designate Chuck Lutz as interim director, Community Planning and Economic Development, and executive director, Minneapolis Community Development Agency, effective March 8th, 2014. I think that should speak for itself. Any questions? I will move that. Councilmember Gordon.
I noticed that it goes to June 6th. So is that representative of the timeline we're expecting to have the permanent appointee in place? Or are we just Or might there be some other reason because that's what we do and we have to come back and renew our interim? And I think Mr. Austin has an answer for that, and it's probably the latter.
Madam Chair.
Mr. Austin.
Councilmember Gordon, a 90-day window is the longest period of time you can do an interim appointment. It's renewable, but that's why there's a 90 calendar day window on this appointment.
Thank you.
Other questions? Seeing none, all in approval signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, and I would just like to thank Mr. Lutz for his willingness to serve again in this capacity. Is there any other business before the committee? Seeing no further business, we are adjourned.